guys, welcome back to my channel, and hi, welcome if you're new. It's great to have you here. So today I am filming a video all about just weird pregnancy stuff, symptoms I've experienced from the first and second trimester, because I'm about to enter my third trimester. What? Crazy. I can't honestly believe it, but it's happening. It's happening. So I'm already out of breath. I forgot to add that one. Shortness of breath. Anyway, I've written everything down. So let's just dive right into it. Okay, so starting way back at the beginning, which now seems like a distant memory. This was back in my first trimester, which was October, November, December, a little bit. Obviously I had nausea, morning sickness. I've talked about that a little bit in my pregnancy Q&A. So yes, I had nausea probably from like 6 weeks, and it just was kind of like a nausea, not like in your throat where you immediately feel like, oh, I'm gonna throw up, just kind of like sitting in your stomach, if that makes sense. And that happened like, yeah, like it didn't really go away until week 15, along with the morning sickness. So I think maybe week 13. No, 14. I honestly can't remember now. I should have written it down. And also food aversions, so just, yeah, struggling to know what I could eat that wasn't gonna make me feel sick or like was gonna satisfy what I needed. That was all kind of hard. And obviously with the nausea and vomiting and stuff, there was tiredness. That just happens. And then something else. The last two I think carried on into the second trimester. So that is, I started to have more vivid, crazy dreams, I would say. Just for some reason, they just kind of amped up. I can't really tell you what topic specifically, but just any kind of dream I had was like extra intense. And then the other one was random jaw pain. So this happened just in my right side of my jaw, and I noticed it when I would eat, when I'd like chew or just yawn, open my mouth wide, like it just would really hurt in this muscle here. So that was so strange. Yeah. Okay, and then like I said, those two kind of carried on into the second trimester, and so began a lot of other fun things in the second trimester. So luckily, sickness was gone. I felt amazing for probably a couple weeks at least. I had more energy back, wanted to be more social and just kind of go out and see people and do things, which is not really like, I'm an introvert. It's not really my usual thing, so it was a little unusual. But here's the things that kicked off in the second trimester. Around 18 weeks, I started developing hip pain. I think this is because, well, I've been to my physio and they've told me a little bit why. But anyway, I think it's also to do with my body shifting and moving to like allow space for the baby to grow and everything. So I think my hips have just changed and everything, and I've heard people say that before. My physio said also that I have weak back, like the back muscles kind of at the bottom. I can't really explain what it is, I'm not a physio or anything. Weak, and so my body's kind of compensating and doing all that stuff. Fine. So that started, and it was only really bad at nighttime, like when I'd sleep and wake up. My hips would be so sore and I'd be tossing and turning, trying to work it out, trying to find a different angle to sleep on, and just nothing was working. And then other things that happened was just a bit of back pain, feeling like things just weren't quite right. Things were just kind of messed up, which, yeah, is just my body, you know, trying to work things out and compensate, do what it could for the growing bump. I also just, and these have carried on through the whole time. Like I'm, as I said, almost in my third trimester, and I'm assuming they're going to probably keep going. is just tight muscles in general and soreness. Just like, it's gonna be managed, but it's still gonna be there a bit. Okay, I have had one of the weirdest specific symptoms that I experienced is it's so specific. My left glute will just always be tight. From the second I get up in the morning, I feel it. It's just like, whoa, okay, weird. That started happening, I think, probably the end of the first trimester, honestly. I could be wrong, but I think so. Luckily now it's actually shifted, and it's not like that anymore. Sometimes my right one will randomly tighten, or like both. But yeah, it used to be just very specifically on the left side. Walking, anything, I would just be like, oh, ow, like what's happening to me? And then I also experienced a few like calf cramps in the night, which is better now again because I've learned that you're not supposed to straighten your feet during that. I actually thought that doing like flexing, this is not sponsored by Bonds, I actually thought that flexing your feet is not good for leg cramps because I've done like a bit of dancing and I always am used to pointing my feet and it's more comfortable for me. And so yeah, didn't know that, but now I know if I have a cramp coming on or anything, not to point my feet out. And just, yeah, it's only happened a few times and it hasn't happened for a while, so that's great. What else? I'll probably do the last few interesting ones and then talk about some good ones, positive ones, because it's not all bad. I've experienced, and this one's just in the last couple of weeks, a lot more pressure on my bladder. I think obviously that's to do with where the baby is sitting and what she's doing, but yeah, definitely felt a bit more heavy down there, which I haven't had experienced before. Another weird one is just my belly button changing what it looks like. Didn't know if that was gonna happen, but slowly it was just like, wait, that looks a little different. And my husband was also like, whoa, okay. So that's new. Again, tiredness presented itself again, once again. I had a few kind of glorious weeks and then it was back to like, everything's harder to do. Alongside that, I've had recently just some light insomnia, not intense, just light insomnia, where I'm trying to figure out why I keep waking up in the night, why, even though my hip pain is much better and like things like that I'm managing now with exercises and things, which is great, but sleep is not great. And so I'm trying to figure out why. I will quickly talk about pregnancy pillows because this is a real thing. I have tried 2 different pregnancy pillows so far. So what I got, and I got this, I'll show you. So I got this at 20 weeks-ish or so, and the hip pain had kind of just ramped up on me. So I got this one, which is called the Butterfly pillow. It's Australian made, which I like, and it looks cute. It's nice and soft. It's not massive, which also I think a lot of people like, but it's been good and bad. Like, pregnancy pillows aren't going to solve all your problems. Some people say that they make it, oh, it's so amazing now, but I haven't experienced that. I think it really helps me not to roll onto my back during the night, which is important. It like supports my bump a little bit and my back, which is great. So all in all, does help. I'm glad I have it. Was it worth the money though? I don't know. I'm not sure. That's my quick review. And then I also tried, hold on, this one, this mammoth of a pillow, which I actually got from, let me just show you. I think it's called, what is that, Baby Studio. Yeah. So it's one of those long, it's not a U, but it's like a long one that goes around, curves around. So I got this one from a friend who it didn't work for her. She didn't like it, and so she offered for me to try it, which I did, but I've given up on it now. And which brings me to probably one of the most niche symptoms of pregnancy that I have, and I've never heard of this before. Please tell me if this has ever happened to you. So basically, I tend to have pretty sensitive ears. Not like internal, I'm just talking about like literally physically the ear. So sometimes before pregnancy, if I lay a certain way for an extended period of time, I might wake up with like a sore ear. Well, that is like 10 times worse now in pregnancy. I will wake up in so much pain, like my ear is killing me. I feel like I'm crushing it. It's not, like nothing's good. And both of them do it. It's awful. And so I was using this pillow, the long one, and I think because it's a bit more firm, it was really making it worse. It just was like so much pressure on my ears. Because I really liked the shape, it felt nice and snug, and I liked all the support around the back and everything, that was great. It was just the ears, I couldn't do it. And also how much effort it is to move to the other side. That is the other thing. I do sleep on my left like pretty much the whole night, but there is a time early in the morning when I'm really sick of that side and I just want to have a break and move to my right side. And it's like so difficult to move that. So it's up to you. If you can be happy with lying on one side the whole night and you don't have weird ear issues, it might be really good for you. If not, I wouldn't bother. I would try like a U one, which I might still try, we'll see. Anyway, that's my little spiel about pregnancy pillows. But just to finish, I am currently using this one. Currently using this, and I'm using a regular pillow, soft pillow, between my legs as well to support and keep alignment. That's what's working for me right now. It's been manageable. I'm not in too much pain, so that is great. Alright, moving on. I'm covering a lot. Only a few more things. So, I think we're up to the positives. Yay! So, things that I've experienced in the second trimester that are just really awesome are, first of all, the bump growing, and let me give you a quick update. I'm in my maternity leggings. Great. You can't really see on that side. Here it is. Woo! Here's the bump. Here's the baby. There she is. So, I forgot what I was saying. That's another symptom. Oh yes, my developing bump. It's really exciting. I think I would say I was showing from around 18 weeks or so. Yeah, that's where it was like noticeable if I wore the right clothes. You can obviously cover a big bump with loose clothes at certain angles, but yeah, around 18 weeks I think I was popping. I popped a bit, which is exciting. And now it's like, yeah, I feel pregnant. And then alongside that, I started feeling my first flutters and kicks from my baby, which is just really special. That started around maybe 18 weeks as well, or 19 weeks. I would feel just little flutters. They say it feels like butterfly or something, which I guess is true. And then slowly and surely I had more distinctive movements, which now I have a lot of, like tons, and it's really cool. It's always strange if I don't feel it for a little bit. It's like, wait, where are you? And then sure enough, she will kick me a few times to be like, I'm here, mum. So that's really fun. At first, I was the only one who could feel them, but it only took a couple weeks, and then Anthony was feeling them and loving it. It's such a nice thing to have that bond between parents and the baby, so it's lovely. And I think it's starting to ramp up, especially when I'm lying down at night trying to sleep. It's ramping up, but it's all worth it. It's all worth it in the end. And then one other one which I just think is interesting, I've read and heard people say that they start to like really just be frustrated at their husband a lot during pregnancy. Just like, yeah, I've seen some aggressive like posts and things from people I don't know. But I have not had that experience. My experience has been positive in that I just feel like I've fallen even more in love with my husband, seeing him just like, you know, be so excited about meeting our little girl and love on me and us. It's just such a special time and really trying to savor that. But I definitely am not hating him or feeling super frustrated at him. That could change, and I know there's a lot of feelings that happen when you first give birth and subsequent time, so I'll update you on that. Let me think. I think there was a couple more things, but I can't remember. There's been so many I've talked about, so I hope this was interesting. Last thing I want to say is just about maternity clothes. So here's the thing. I am pregnant. What? Let's do it again. I got pregnant it was nearly summer. Like by the time I actually was showing, it was summer. So that was nice because I could wear flowy dresses and I didn't have to go and buy anything new. Just chuck on a dress. Most things still fit going forward the first, several months. However, now that we are approaching winter quite rapidly, I have had a lot of difficulty in just dressing. And I'll show you, these are the only things I've bought because I'm resistant to like buy a ton of stuff. I don't know why, I just am. Yet. So all I've bought is, I bought this pair of black jeans and they have like a stretchy belt at the top. So these are technically like under the belly pants, is what they're called, underbelly, not over. These are just from Ripe Maternity, which is, I believe it's an Australian brand. And they've worked pretty well for me. They're versatile in my life because I can wear them to work and also just, anywhere else. So that was a good investment. And I also just bought, again from the same store, this maternity skirt, which looks like this. Yes, nice, lovely. And this is an over bump skirt. And then the last thing I bought, I'm wearing now, my maternity leggings. So basically, I also bought, even before this stuff, some new bras because, enough said. What I will say is that I have found it hard being that we're going into winter and I can't get away with just like flowy dresses anymore because it's too cold. So I'm gonna have to invest in some more pants and things like that. It's not a big deal, but it's just something. And then I still cannot decide whether I like underbump or overbump clothes better. It's all weird and new and strange, so I'm figuring it out. I like these underbump jeans, but I do feel like there's still too much pressure on my bump or on my bladder because of them. And it's got a very short waistband. It doesn't really sit right if it's like all the way under the bump, so it's kind of like at the start of the bump, if that makes sense. And then the skirt is great again, but I just feel like having something right here, like it's quite high, like these leggings also go quite high. It's just very like invasive, I think, and I'm not used to it. So I'm still figuring that out. But anyway, last thing that I will show you is a band. So I've got this band at my physio. It's just like a belly band slash, is it a belly band? It doesn't sit on the belly, it sits like around the pelvis, I think. Yeah. To just support everything. So I just got that like a week ago, and I'm trying to wear it a bunch more when I'm just doing my thing during the day. So that hopefully is also going to help support me and help with my pain, hip pain and back pain and stuff. So that's my update. I think that's everything. Alright, I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm sure there'll be lots of other things that we talk about in the future as the birth approaches, and just it all is getting so much closer now. I'm so excited to meet the little girl and just experience birth and motherhood and all that comes with that. So yeah, subscribe to my channel if you want to be part of this journey with me, and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed. Hit the notification bell to stay a part of when I upload. And yeah, I appreciate your support so much. Love you lots, and I'll see you in my next video.